Last week was one of the most hilarious weeks for the entire Republican Party that I think I've ever seen. And before I get into all of their failures from just the last 7 days, Democrats are already trying to capitalize on it, which is wonderful. I'll get more to that in a minute. But let's talk about all the failures Republicans had, again, in the last 7 days. Starting with, you tanked your own border deal that you had demanded, and you're getting hammered in the media for it. You're getting hammered by members of your own party for that. Second, you tried to impeach Homeland Security Secretary Alejandro Mayorkas, and you failed because you shouldn't have tried to impeach him anyway because you had no evidence of a crime. The leader of your party, Ronna McDaniel, is being ousted by the MAGA freaks after Donald Trump said in an interview that, a change is going to be taking place. Number 4, your presidential candidate, Donald Trump, was smacked down by a 3-judge panel on the D.C. Court of Appeals, telling him unanimously, you are in fact citizen Trump, and you can be prosecuted for crimes. So that's a lot of failures. Not to mention, of course, the Republicans have been pushing this package of, funding over $100 billion, I think it is, to Israel. That got killed. Just everything Republicans tried to do in the last week, not just a failure, but a failure that blew up in their faces. They, again, 7 days, at least 5 massive, screw ups. So you're not having a good average. You're averaging one massive screw up about every 30 hours at this point for the Republican Party. And it's an election year, and that's not good for you. And the Democrats know it. And according to a new report, Democrats are hoping to capitalize on that. Here is what one former communications director for Biden's 2020 campaign had to say. It's not just a chaotic week. It's chaotic because Donald Trump and congressional Republicans and the MAGA Republican Party can't govern or deliver results for the American people. Another Biden campaign aide said this. We've had a good week because Republicans have shot themselves in the foot. There's a lot of work. There's a lot for us to work with, and we're going to be able to highlight Joe Biden focusing on issues that matter for voters while Republicans are not. And even Biden himself came out and said the voters are going to know that just at the moment we're going to secure the border and fund these other programs, Trump and the MAGA Republicans said no because they're afraid of Donald Trump. So these attacks on Republicans for this nonstop chaos, which, let's be real, has extended far beyond the last 7 days. It's been going on since Republicans retook control of Congress in January of 2023. But even Biden is jumping in on this. Biden is pointing it out in his speeches. It's not just the staffers saying this, anonymous quotes the media. The whole party is jumping in on this because they smell blood in the water. These Republicans that have controlled Congress now for 14 months have proven time and time again, whether it was the initial chaos of trying to elect McCarthy as Speaker, then ousting McCarthy, almost 3 government shutdowns last year alone averted at the last second, McCarthy being ousted, then struggling to find a new Speaker. Now they're on the outs with the new Speaker. They hate him. Even Matt Gaetz is like, man, I kind of wish we had McCarthy back in the House at least. Maybe not Speaker, but here with us. George Santos, just more than you can imagine. The House in this year's elections is the Democrats to lose. And if they capitalize on it the way they are right now, hammering these points home, pointing out to the American public that these idiots, almost said something else, these idiots don't know how to govern. It's not just that they're bad at it. They literally don't know how to do the job you picked them to do. So for the love of God, don't pick them again unless you enjoy the chaos. Democrats are doing a dang good job so far of this, and we don't have to worry about Republicans keeping it up so Democrats can keep hammering it. Republicans are going to keep doing it because they're so horrible at what they do, and they have no real interest in legislating whatsoever.